Please welcome Dave Ryan, President of American Solutions for Winning the Future.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. I too want to add my welcome both to all of our guests here in Georgia, as well as to the folks joining us online at americansolutions.com, as well as on the Dish Network and DirecTV. I am thrilled to be here today to report back to you since we last met at Solutions Day 2007, right here, just last September. And it really starts, as Commissioner Williams mentioned, the theme of this entire event today and what you'll be hearing throughout all the different workshops. We have the power. This is about citizen activists making a real change. And I'm here to report back to you on what American Solutions has been able to achieve thanks to your help and all of your support over the past year since Solutions Day. It all really begins with our approach, what we call tripartisanship. American Solutions was started with a big dream. We wanted to activate citizen power to drive support for real solutions for a better American future. We didn't set out to become a new political party or a political action committee or a campaign of any kind. We wanted to create a destination and be the facilitator for like-minded citizens of all political affiliations to drive real solutions, not only in Washington, D.C., but across all 513,000 elected offices at every level of government. Now, that's a big task, and it's a big dream, but we've made great progress with your help in just 1 year. One of our big goals was to build a platform for real change based upon what a majority of Democrats, Republicans, and independents would believe in. And that's what we call tripartisanship, as we have on the slide. And that's core and fundamental to what sets American Solutions apart from any other political organization that you may know. We will advocate support for solutions, ideas, and policies that have a majority of support among Republicans, Democrats, and independents. Now, our result, after setting out for that ambitious goal, led to the Platform of the American People. And the Platform of the American People is what we think of in terms of a solutions-oriented agenda that represents a fundamental break from the red versus blue status quo. This is a blueprint for red change designed to bring people together as a country, because I know we're all sick of the partisanship. We all are so sick of a system that's broken, that has failed us on energy policies time and time again, which we'll get to in a little bit. But the Platform of the American People was built on 6 nationwide polls that covered national security, border security and immigration, energy and the environment, taxes and the economy, and many, many others. The Platform of the American People turned out to be roughly 100 planks and solutions that had tripartisan support. And we went out to do this to help unite the country. If you could have Democrats, Republicans, and independents come to common vision or shared vision on their political parties' platforms, think of what you could achieve as these new office holders take place if they're committed to a platform such as this. Now, I'm happy to report back to you, thanks to all of your support and what we've done on the web and working all different political parties, I'm happy to report back to you over 17 states, Republican parties in 17 states have adopted the Platform of the American People or portions of the Platform of the American People. And most importantly, at the national level, over, I think, about 70% of the Platform of the American People is now reflected in the Republican National Committee's platform, and about 20% made it into the Democratic National Committee platform. So we are thrilled with this. This is a big, bold initiative that took a lot of work. And Priscilla Smith on our team really led this effort, and I'd like you to hear from her directly on the Platform of the American People. So if we now can take a listen, please.
Hello. My name is Priscilla Smith, and I am proud to be the Chief Advocate for American Solutions and the Platform of the American People. This has been an exciting year for the American Solutions team and for millions of Americans who have become involved with us. We started out with a very big dream last year to be a catalyst for bringing citizens and local leaders together to push for real change with real solutions for a bright American future. We knew we had to break through the traditional red versus blue, old school Washington politics and return power to the citizens of America, no matter what affiliation. a true tripartisan movement of Democratic, Republican, and independent citizens. It was obviously clear to us that America is faced with enormous challenges both at home and abroad, and it was equally clear that the current political governmental system is stuck in pathology of negative ads, short attention spans, gridlocked partisanship, and lack of effective solutions that work and can be implemented. We knew that this was a big, not a small problem, and that solving it would require a big solution. In short, we wanted to help engineer a power shift back to the American citizens to drive the real solutions we need. And it's working. Already, 17 state parties, including Alabama, Arkansas, California, Georgia, Hawaii, Iowa, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Texas, Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin have either adopted planks of our platform into their party platforms or have passed bipartisan statewide legislation in support of our planks. Then we took our movement all the way to both national conventions, and 27 planks of the Republican National Platform expressed the same ideas that we have been promoting. We have been credited by members of Congress and the worldwide media for igniting the national debate on energy independence with our Drill Here, Drill Now petition. 1.5 million Americans have joined us in this quest. But most importantly, none of this would have been possible without the collective will and voice of American citizens from all walks of life and political affiliation. Weekly, I hear of people from all regions of the country who are thankful for the movement that has been ignited through American Solutions. They are excited to know that their local concerns are now heard on a national level. I am often reminded of people like Suzanne Curran of Virginia, who brought a group of everyday Americans together to Washington, D.C. to submit our petition representing over 1 million American voices to the minority House leadership demanding a comprehensive energy plan to lower gas prices and to provide relief to the American citizen. Now it's time to push this citizen power shift forward, and that is why we're here today.
I believe Princella is here in the room, if you would raise your hand. Let's give a round of applause. Again, as Princella mentioned in the video, none of this would have been possible without the thousands and thousands of like-minded Republicans, Democrats, and independents who came together, who are tired of a political system that has failed them, to achieve this new platform. And of course, there's one part of the platform of the American people that I think y'all may have heard about. At least I hope you have. If you live here in Atlanta, you're living it every day trying to find gas. We called it Drill Here, Drill Now so we can pay less. This was proof indeed that we have the power. This was really amazing. I want to congratulate everyone who's been involved in American Solutions. On behalf of our entire team, everyone watching online and on television, I want to congratulate you for all the great work with Drill Here. The Drill Here, Drill Now petition forced Congress and our candidates at the presidential level to focus on real solutions for energy independence. This wasn't even on the radar screen until we brought this petition into the national dialogue. Our role here at American Solutions is to help shape the debate, set the tone, set the terms of what we're fighting for as an American people. What we tried to do here with this movement that spurned, and as Princella mentioned in the video, over 1.5 million people signed up for support in this effort. And it started back in May. Then we launched the petition. Then videos started to pop up on the web, and a lot of emails and a lot of tele-friend activity really gave a lot of legs to Drill Here, Drill Now. We saw a lot of movement in the Republican Party around July, with President Bush rescinding the executive order on the moratorium of offshore drilling. We then saw Senator McCain, the nominee for the Republican presidential candidate, say that his most significant reversal in position in public policy over the last 10 years was support for offshore drilling. Governor Crist of Florida reversed his longstanding position as well in support of offshore drilling. And then most of all, that phase of the campaign climaxed at a peak moment at the Capitol Hill. Leaders from the U.S. House and Senate held a ceremony with American Solutions to present at that time, which was 1.3 million signatures. This just doesn't happen very often. For an outside political group such as ours to go to Capitol Hill and have a formal event with its leaders was amazing. It was really terrific. And I, again, can't thank all of our leaders in all 50 states for all of your help with Drill Here. And again, it started to bear fruit within Democratic leaders in August. Senator Obama, of course, the nominee for the Democratic presidential candidate, came out in early August and agreed that he needed to look at offshore drilling and supporting that, as well as Speaker Pelosi. At the Democratic National Convention, both Priscilla and I were there, and on the floor made a presentation of the Drill Here signatures as well. This is really fabulous, and I have to thank everybody on the team who was a part of this. This really took a life of its own on the web. And we had a lot of great videos out there, some of which you may have seen. I want to share with you just a sample of one of our greatest hits from the Drill Here, Drill Now campaign. This is right when the campaign started, when we made our first presentation to Congress. If you take a look, please. Thank you. Since the start of our campaign just days ago, we've had an overwhelming response to the Drill Here, Drill Now, and Pay Less campaign. Over 350,000 Americans have signed our petition to demand Congress lower your gas prices now. Today, we present the first round of signatures to the United States Senate, demanding real change for energy solutions to drill here, drill now, so we can pay less.
Unfortunately, Congress has acted in the wrong direction. As gas and diesel prices increase, Congress continues to blame others while failing to take practical steps to stop the pain Americans are feeling at the pump.
Americans truly have a choice between a policy of pay more, send more money to foreign dictators, and cripple America's economy, and a policy of produce more, enjoy more, pay less, and strengthen America.
But this is only the beginning. Our goal, 3 million voices that Congress cannot ignore. And with your help, American Solutions will collect the 3 million signatures. So tell your friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, and acquaintances to visit www.americansolutions.com and sign our simple but powerful petition.
Drill Here.
Drill Now.
Pay less.
AmericanSolutions.com.
Up that. It's projects such as this that allow us to compete in a new media forum that really is new to politics and part of what we're trying to do at American Solutions. And I think what happened this past week, as many of you might know, the congressional leaders have responded and said that the moratorium they'll let the moratorium on offshore drilling expire next week. Now, this is a significant milestone and a great victory for the American people who are seeking energy independence. I want to congratulate all of you for that. That's a huge win, but it's not over. We have to continue this fight. We have to continue to gather petition signatures. Those of you who have already signed it, please find 5 friends and ask them to find 5 friends. We'll continue to pressure Congress and the next President of the United States to take action on this now. And it's part of an all-of-the-above energy strategy, as we'll hear a lot more about later. But this was a great example and a prototype for real change on how ordinary citizens can come together and unite behind an issue that matters. Now, speaking of technology, this is one of the core fundamental principles at American Solutions. What we call from the valley to the hill. In Silicon Valley, we leverage knowledge, networks to scale efforts to transform the entire American political system across all 513,000 elected offices. There's no way you can do this thing in a traditional political setting. So we want to bring the best practices from Web 2.0 and bring that to politics and better government. And that's not just technology for technology's sake. It's about how can we harness the power of technology to allow citizens who can be from their home or from their school or from their workplace to take action. We wanted to bring those best practices from the world that works to the world that fails, as we say, what happens typically in government, and create an information technology-centric organization that's new media-driven, as I mentioned with some of those videos, and a real tell-a-friend culture. That's how you can actually move America's leaders, shape the debate, and really move the needle on these issues. We're going to have to harness the power of the web. We have a lot of great tools out there that I hope you'll explore and use at AmericanSolutions.com. The Solutions Lab is an opportunity for you to upload and present your own solutions, have a community build around that with ratings and open feeds. You have 513 Connect, which will launch soon, which is the Wikipedia for elected offices, where you can contact anyone from your city council to state legislature, to governor, etc., and it's user-populated content. We have the Solutions Academy, which will bring best practices in online learning for anyone who wants it. Again, all of this is free. It's on the web. It's for anybody of any political party whatsoever. This is our opportunity to move the country. Now, we've had one particular gentleman, David Kralik, who's our Director of Internet Strategy, who's led this effort. In fact, he relocated to San Francisco earlier this year in January. So he's embedded in the technology community. His mission is to bring back those best practices and bring Web 2.0 into the political space and help American Solutions move the ball forward as we did with Drill Here. Let's take a look at what David's been up to.
In January of 2008, American Solutions moved me out to Silicon Valley because we realized the challenges that we faced as a country, the very challenges we want to solve at American Solutions, can only be done with the power of information technology and understanding the values that have made Silicon Valley the capital of innovation. So here's a recap of the past 9 months. In the words of Johnny Cash, I've been everywhere, man. Over 100 meetings with companies with a combined market cap of over $1 trillion. Most surprising on this journey has been the warm welcome I've received from an industry not known to embrace politics. You see, tech executives realize what's at stake to ensure that America remains competitive in the global marketplace, and they want to help. Along the way, I've had some terrific press opportunities, including being featured in Investor's Business Daily, The Washington Post, and an interview with tech executive Robert Scoble. So, here are a few key learnings on how Silicon Valley and the world it works differs from Washington, D.C. and the world it fails. The first is a spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation. You know, Google allows their employees to spend 20% of their time focusing on a project of their choice. This has led to amazing innovations like AdSense and Gmail. What if the federal government could offer the same to its employees? Here's a second example. The federal government recently admitted that they're going to count every citizen by paper and pencil for the next census in the year 2010. But do you realize that just yesterday there were more text messages sent than people on the planet? The membership of MySpace, if it were its own country, would be the 5th largest in the world. Silicon Valley also values the power of collective intelligence, and a prime example is the growth and success of Wikipedia. Contrast Wikipedia with the federal government and its red versus blue culture, which often prevents things from getting done. Finally, Silicon Valley strives for transparency. Former eBay CEO Meg Whitman remarked to us that feedback and ratings were critical to making eBay a success. Contrast that with the consultant class of political professionals which institute a top-down, button-up, message control approach to politics. So, these values, together with getting some great publicity, are all helping American Solutions develop a better web presence and create innovative projects like 513 Connect, the Solutions Lab, and the Solutions Academy. And I look forward to reporting back to you on their progress. In just 9 months, it's been an incredible opportunity, and we're learning a lot thanks to your support. We've begun to transform our country and build a bridge from the world that fails to the world that works.
I want to recognize David Kralik, who's here with us today. David, please stand. We are really thrilled, very thrilled with David's work out west. You can contact him on our website if you'd like to suggest ideas or companies or universities or other tech-focused areas that we could learn from. Which brings us to our final part of my presentation and what today is really all about, what we call citizen power. Based on all the great things we've had over the past year and the past 2 years. Remember, we're a new organization. We've been around less than 2 years. Excuse me. Our tripartisan model for better politics now counts over 1.7 million members. counts over 115,000 people have committed financially to support this movement. This is a real significant tripartisan effort. And on the heels of David Kralich's presentation there, our website is among the most visited political websites in the entire country. In fact, at many points it was the number 2 or 3 site this summer through the Drill Here campaign. It's something that is an absolute thrill. We're beginning to move into new different topic areas. And today we have 4 areas that we're going to talk about: education, energy, healthcare, which will be presented by the Center for Health Transformation, and lastly, energy. And we're beginning to make new partnerships and expand that tripartisan coalition, particularly on energy. You'll hear today from Governor Roy Romer, as well as Senator Peter Groff and Lisa Keegan on education. And Governor Romer was kind enough to partner with us both in Denver and Minneapolis to sponsor education forums. So we're building new bridges into different areas, and you'll hear more and more about our next steps in the coming weeks and months. Again, to recap, today's about the tools, the training, and the knowledge to take action this year. You're going to be receiving checklists that are available on our website for downloads, and you'll also, if you're here, it's on your seat. This will give you the action plan to hold your leaders accountable. And last year, if you look at the slide, this was the theme of last year as we really brought American Solutions off the ground. Real change starts here. This year, it's We Have the Power, and we showed it with your help on Drill Here. And now we'd like to move forward with more energy and education and healthcare initiatives, as well as economic initiatives. And you'll have that action plan so you can leave here today and for the next 30-some-odd days, hold every candidate for city council, for school board, for state legislature, for governor, for Congress. You can hold them accountable and ask them where they stand on this action plan, and know that you'll be able to hold them accountable when they're elected. Now, what this means, what this really means for all of us here is you're beginning to seed a new system in place. Imagine in January 2009, a new generation begins of American Solutions leaders taking offices, designing budgets, creating plans on tripartisan solutions. It really is amazing. So I wish you all the best and continued support, obviously, for American Solutions is we're very, very grateful for. And we hope you have a great day and a great month. And this leads to my final point. This isn't a one-day event. All of the great content you're going to hear from some of the leading experts in the country on these issues will be available through November 4th, through Election Day. So I'd urge all of you to watch it again, pass along to your friends. Again, there's 3 ways you can watch over the next month or so. At AmericanSolutions.com, anytime, on demand, in English or Spanish. On the Dish Network, on demand, anytime you need or anytime you'd like to watch any of this content. And lastly, on RFD TV, which is available for all DirecTV and Dish subscribers, as well as many other cable offerings. This is your time. This is our time. We indeed have the power to really affect real change. So we thank you all for your commitment and what you're doing to help American Solutions, but more importantly, what you're doing to help the country. Thank you all for attending today. We look forward to working with you over the next month and the next years to come. On behalf of the entire American Solutions team, thank you all very, very much.